When you wrap all of this up in a cute little bow, it all boils down to having to deal with people. That's the reason why, and I've said this before, that's why I'm an introvert. I don't like dealing with people on the phone. I just don't like. Journey has caused me to now have anxiety. I deal with a little bit of depression here and there, making me feel insignificant. People talking to me any kind of way, making me feel bad, making
I press the button and the doors go up. Whoa, that money clip us now, the new now looks like. Whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hit record it, drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for a new video. If you're new, my name is Macy. Hey guys, hey, what's up? How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. So I do have my hair out today, no headband wig. This is your girl's hair, okay, okay, okay. Okay, so as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about the price that I've paid for being where I am today and just, being successful. I've always considered myself successful. I have two wonderful kids. I have a great family. I have an amazing mama, daddy, my niece, my brother. I've always considered myself just being happy and content with what I had. If you are new, I do have a 10-year-old named Caden. He's right there. And I have a 13-year-old named Chelsea. These pictures are actually when they were younger. Well, actually, this one was in 2022 and this one was in 2020. But this one was when Chelsea was in, I think it was first grade. So I've always considered myself being blessed, right? But after my son was diagnosed with autism, he was 3. It was back in December of 2015. My feet hit the ground running, because I wanted to learn so much about autism. I wanted to know how I could help my son. I just wanted to understand, and what I did was I started doing a lot of research. I started asking questions from trusted professionals. I attended seminars. I sat in for online seminars that they had. I got a lot of certificates. I would go above and beyond, I would listen to podcasts. I would listen to online events that was going on. I just involved myself in everything that had anything to do with autism spectrum disorders. And one of the things that I realized is that this journey has helped me learn so much. If you are new, I am in college right now, studying applied behavior analysis with an emphasis in autism spectrum disorders. And I love British pronunciation. And I'm getting a minor in psychology of human development. So being in school has opened up so many doors for me. It has allowed me to become so successful, and I mean next level successful. You guys saw at the beginning of the video, I've gotten so many certificates. I've made the dean's list 2 years in a row with honors. I have been involved in a lot of research on campus. I'm doing mentoring. I run this channel. I have an email for you guys if y'all have questions about autism and you want to reach out to me. And I'm involved in so many things. I have a project coming up. I am the autism storyteller. and also being a mom and working. So I have so many things going on in the autism world. And I also run a podcast. Okay. I have a podcast. I don't talk about autism a lot over there, but check out the podcast. The link is always down in the description box. I do these YouTube videos to try to give back as much as I can. And I just really love what I do. As a result of all of that, I feel like I have become even more successful than I ever have in my life. And all of this is because of autism. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be right here. I wouldn't even be on this YouTube channel right now if it wasn't for autism. And so many great things have came out of autism for me. And that in return has allowed me to help my son. It may allow me to help other people depending on where God wants me to be. And so overall, it's just really made me a better person. Now, with that comes a downside, okay? Because you can't have positive without some negatives. And also, God, I love him so much, and he has led me throughout this journey, and I was already warned that it was going to be hard for me. So this is why I'm an advocate for not being jealous of other people and their success and their accolades, because you literally don't know what they have been through to get to where they are today. You know, you look at someone and you see, oh my God, they're so successful, they're amazing, they're doing great, but you don't really understand the backstory behind that. And so I do want to talk about the cost of all of this, right? And everything that I've gone through. I want to say, for number one, autism is what you make of it. There are a lot of people out there that experience autism in a different way. For me, it was really hard in the beginning, but we have worked so hard to try to help Caden to get him where he is today that things are becoming a little bit more easier. He does have communication barriers. His expressive and receptive language is still delayed, but overall things are going okay. We have our days, we have our moments. And so I don't want anyone to, if you see this video and your child has just been diagnosed with autism, I don't want you to get scared. I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, autism is just a terrible thing. It's how you experience it. It's what you make of it. So with that being said, the journey of autism has definitely caused my mental health to decline. And this isn't necessarily because of autism. For me, it's dealing with people. It's dealing with schools. It's dealing with therapists. It's dealing with people in the community. It's dealing with parents at the park. That's where my stress level comes from, because people don't care. People don't care. We're living in a society where people don't care about what you have going on. And I did a video about this where when I take Caden to the park, I have to watch him like a hawk to make sure that nobody may lie on him, that kids may not be mean to him, because we've had experiences like that in the past. I also have had to advocate tirelessly, because Caden is in 4th grade, he's in school, to ensure that he has the resources and everything that he needs in place in order to learn and be successful. So I've had a lot of pushback. As long as I was going along with everything and I had no requests and I had no issues or questions or anything like that, everything was fine. But the minute I started to learn and educate myself and realize that there were things that they could do, I got pushback. So that caused me a lot of stress. With the therapists that have entered our lives. Now, I will say that we've had good ones, but we've also had some, in my opinion, that have been selfish and only looked out for themselves. Especially with me being in this profession now and just learning about it all. And I could do a whole story time on this, where we've had therapists to come into the home and stay for a couple of weeks, leave, not really give a notice, abandon us, leave us. And so you have to deal with that side of therapy. I've also had therapists who don't listen to me, just flat out don't listen to me. I have had to advocate for certain things. They didn't want to do it. And I thought that, you're supposed to listen to the parents. I thought that you're supposed to take what they say into consideration, but you don't, they don't listen to you. At the end of the day, they do what they want. They do what's best for them. They follow Cooper, which is a book that ABA professionals live by. And a lot of them, I won't speak for all of them, flat out don't care what you have to say. So that creates stress. Okay, all of this creates stress. I have had to deal with people that I don't like. And so, it's that part of it. And then the last part that we've had to deal with, amongst many others, is diagnostic overshadowing, where I take Caden to the doctor and everything is because of his autism. He could go in and something may be wrong with his eye, to be, oh, it's because of the autism. It's where everything is, all of the things that you go through is because of the autism. And so that can be frustrating. And so when you wrap all of this up in a cute little bow, it all boils down to having to deal with people. And that's the reason why, and I've said this before, that's why I'm an introvert. I don't like dealing with people on the phone. I just don't like it, because it wears me down. It makes me anxious. And that's the thing, is that this whole journey has caused me to now have anxiety. I deal with a little bit of depression here and there. There's a lot of times that I just want to give up. And I realize now why people give up. People are so tired. People will go in and they will advocate for their children, and everything will just go straight out the window. They won't even listen to what you have to say because they're too busy doing what's best for them. So what do a lot of parents do? A lot of parents give up. A lot of parents say, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going to deal with this. And I do watch a YouTuber on here, Boston Girl TV, and I'll never forget what she said. She said that a lot of people are not built to advocate. And I believe she said something along those lines. And I couldn't agree more. You have to have a certain type of personality. And if you don't have it, you got to get it, because I was never that way. I never had to be, right? And so if you're not built, you have to be built to be a certain way to deal with these people that you have to deal with and put up with. And so a lot of people are not. So that's why a lot of people give up. This is a really tough thing to be in. And that's really what I want to say, is that the price that I've paid is the stress, the anxiety, dealing with the depression, people not listening to me and making me feel insignificant, people talking to me any kind of way, making me feel bad, making me, gaslighting me and making me feel like, oh, Caden doesn't need that, he's fine. And so after a while, all of this tends to take a toll on your mental health. Okay, it takes a toll on you. That's why it's important that I step back. Like, I take a step back. I'm not always talking about autism. I'm not always in the autism world. I take a step back and enjoy my family. I enjoy me. I love going out in nature. I love camping. I love doing things that I haven't done before. And so that is the price that I've paid. Would I change any of it? No. I feel like this is exactly where God wants me to be. Anything that is worth having, you're going to work your behind off for it. You are going to go through it to get to the other side. The waters may be dirty, it may be treacherous for you, but on the other side is where your prize is. And that's being able to give back to other families, help other families. And that's really what it all boils down to. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys kind of learned a little bit about the price that I paid to be where I am today, to enjoy the success that I have. But just know that it hasn't been easy. It's a tough journey. But I also encourage you to stick to your goals. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what makes you happy and the things that you want to do in this life. It's not going to be easy, okay? It's going to be very tough, but it'll be worth it in the end. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.